What is up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley. Welcome back to Moon Tribe Tarot. This is going to be for the star sign of Pisces for July 5th to the 10th of July 2020. So take what resonates and leave behind what does not. If you would like to book a personal reading with me where your messages will 100% correlate to your story because they are 100% specifically for you in mind, you can find all the information how to reach me for a reading in the description box down below. Without any further ado, I have already gone and pulled your cards off camera like always for you Pisces, so let's get right into it. We got the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Two of Pentacles. So right off the bat, there is some sort of, this is mostly a money spread or an abundance spread, but I did get emotional prosperity as abundance, and it also came up as physical money, and you got the Emperor as well. So I am going to very, very strongly suggest that this is mainly a working towards something goal, where I don't 100%, this is not, to me, doesn't read as a relationship, but it could be putting the work into a relationship. I'm just not getting the other cards to indicate that this is a romantic thing. I think whatever it is, there's something that you are doing. You're putting an extreme amount of work into something that has all of the planning. You're doing something in a very strategic manner. The Emperor comes out as an Aries individual, but he would represent somebody that is doing things with a plan. He represents somebody that has governorship over people, so he would be like a mayor, a governor, a president, a king, somebody that has power over a certain people. It could be, he could be a boss. It doesn't matter who he really is, as long as he is a leader. And this card more so represents the actions of you making sure that you are building a future for yourself. You're putting an extremely large amount of effort, especially when it comes to work, and to make sure that you are financially well off. But again, this is an emotional abundance spread as well, so you could just be putting in an insane amount of work into yourself. But this does represent to me going back to school for a trade skill. It could be carpentry, whatever, plumbing. It doesn't matter what this is. Literally going back to school, apprenticeship. This is going back to school. This is a trade. This is putting a fuckload of planning into something and making sure that you have everything that you need. The only thing I want to caution you about with this is that the Two of Pentacles is kind of a watch your stressors kind of indication warning card. In the most part for this card, it represents that you are balancing work and play together pretty fairly. I see you right now, Pisces, as being an absolute workhorse. I see you being a workaholic. I see goals taking the forefront as opposed to your home life, as opposed to your love life. I see whatever this is that you're working on specifically. I don't want to say that it seems obsessive, but I do think that you are relentlessly putting the energy into this to make sure that you have a place of power somewhere eventually, a place of success. This is getting to a level of success. And it can literally, even for some of you, mean that maybe some of you have been promoted. I'm hearing that kind of strongly for some of you, that some of you might have taken some form of a promotion and now are putting in an excessively large amount, I want to say excessively, but an insanely large amount of work. And for some of you, this is not going to correlate with everybody, but it could be maybe you got news that there was a child on the way, and then you have to put in all that planning, because I see this as being somewhat of a chaotic energy, as like, I'm going to just give you the analogy of the juggler. So when you're juggling a juggler professionally, you see him juggling his balls. He doesn't drop anything. He's really good with maintaining his balance. That is what that card means. But eventually, you know, he can't keep doing that forever. He's gonna eventually drop his bowling pins or his balls, whatever he drops. Eventually, he has to put them down because he can't continue doing this constantly. He has to take a break somewhere, and that is the indication here. Is it's saying that you are handling everything right now well, but be careful of your stressors, because if you cannot choose to put something safely down, the universe will be like, okay, you can't handle this, like it's way too much stress. It's just be careful of your stressors. I don't really get any negative energy from this. I think it's just saying you're putting an insanely hard you're putting an insanely large amount of work into something. And the only thing, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, I just want you to be careful that you have an equal balance, to make sure that things are balanced, that you are giving your attention to everything that needs your attention, and not just this one specific thing, or else there will be things along the way that you drop by accident that you don't intend to. Right now I do very heavily see the focus being on something work related or making money or prosperity. Just know that you can take a break from this, and it is okay to safely put down. You like a lot, but I feel like a lot of you feel very stressed about this, and I almost get like a perfectionist reading where no, I have to continue pushing, 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 pushing. If I don't push, I'm not going to get to where I am. You need to have some sort of balance in your life to make sure that you don't trip and fall while having that mindset of I can't stop, because eventually you're going to get stopped if you can't stop by yourself. So take some time, relax, find the time. You definitely need to find the time to relax. But overall, this is a pretty good progress spread to me to indicate that you are a workhorse, that you are doing something very digitally. I can't fucking talk ever. But you are doing a really good job of what you're doing right now. You have all the like green light go ahead for that you're doing this in a certain way that is going to make you a leader. If you're not already this, I think that some of you are already doing this. You might already have this promotion, whatever it is. But continue what you're doing. Just make sure that you take the time for breaks for yourself. That is the most important thing I'm going to tell you here today. Like always, I love you, Pisces. I will see you on the flip side. Peace out.